The city of New York trembled under the wrath of the Hulk. Buildings crumbled like sandcastles under his immense strength. Cars were hurled like pebbles into the distance, and his deafening roars echoed through the skyline, sending waves of panic among the citizens. No one knew why Bruce Banner had lost control this time. His transformation seemed fueled by an anger far beyond anything seen before. The Avengers were nowhere to be found. The chaos spread unchecked, and it seemed as if the entire city would be reduced to rubble. Spider-Man, perched on the corner of a half-toppled skyscraper, watched in dismay. Peter Parker's mind raced as he calculated his next move. He knew he was outmatched. Hulk wasn't just a monster. He was a force of nature. But Peter also knew he couldn't stand by while innocent people were caught in the destruction. Swinging into action, Spider-Man zipped through the collapsing cityscape, pulling civilians out of danger. He used his webbing to stabilize falling debris and created makeshift bridges for people trapped on rooftops. But this wasn't enough. The Hulk wasn't stopping. Spider-Man landed on a battered street, face to face with a towering green behemoth. "Hulk, you've got to stop this," Peter called out, his voice laced with desperation. "This isn't you. You're better than this." The Hulk turned, his glowing green eyes filled with fury. "Hulk smash Spider-Man," he roared, slamming his fists into the ground, sending a shockwave that nearly knocked Peter off his feet. Peter dodged the oncoming attack with a swift leap and fired his webbing to restrain the Hulk's arms. "Bruce, come on, man. Fight it. Don't let the anger win." But Bruce Banner was gone, buried beneath the rage of the Hulk. Spider-Man realized this wasn't a problem he could talk his way out of. The battle was brutal. Hulk's massive fists smashed through everything in their path, while Spider-Man's agility and web-slinging kept him one step ahead. Peter's sharp mind became his greatest weapon, as he used his surroundings to set traps, slow the Hulk down, and distract him from causing more destruction. Despite his efforts, Spider-Man knew he couldn't keep this up forever. His body ached from near misses and the sheer strain of the fight. But then he remembered something Tony Stark had once given him, a contingency weapon, one he hoped he'd never have to use. A small device, shaped like a wristband, contained a potent nanite injection designed to neutralize gamma radiation. It was risky, dangerous, even, but Peter had no other choice. As Hulk charged at him, Peter leaped onto his back and latched the device onto the green giant's neck. Hulk thrashed wildly, trying to shake him off, but Peter held on with every ounce of strength he had left. With a press of a button, the device activated. Hulk let out a thunderous roar as the nanites surged through his body, targeting the source of his transformation. Slowly, his immense frame began to shrink, his green hue fading. Bruce Banner collapsed onto the ground, unconscious and vulnerable. The city was silent, save for the distant wail of sirens. Peter dropped to his knees, exhausted but relieved. He hadn't killed the Hulk. He had saved Bruce and the city. Later, as the authorities and emergency crews worked to clear the wreckage, Peter stood on a rooftop, staring out over the broken skyline. He knew this wasn't the end. The Hulk was still inside Bruce, a ticking time bomb. But for now, the city was safe, and Peter had done what he always strived to do: protect the innocent, no matter the cost.